Welcome to the Leaders Insights podcast. Today's episode, Internal Data Products, a field guide to the teams and companies worth studying. There's a new field guide out that ranks the companies worth studying for internal data products, and it doesn't read like the usual vendor puff. What's the one name at the top that should make everyone else nervous?
Airbnb. And not because they're loud about it, because of Minerva, their metrics layer, which they've been documenting publicly since 2021. The idea is dead simple, and almost nobody executes it. One place where active user or revenue is defined once, computed once, and everyone downstream drinks from the same tap.
That sounds like plumbing. Why does the field guide treat it like the crown jewel?
Because the alternative is chaos with a straight face. When finance says revenue was 100 and the growth team says 94, you don't have a data problem, you have a definitions problem. Minerva means the number is the number. Airbnb reported it killed off a swamp of conflicting dashboards. That's the whole game.
Fine, but Airbnb has thousands of engineers. What's a company with 100 people supposed to take from that?
The principle scales down. You don't need Minerva the software, you need Minerva the discipline. Pick your 15 metrics that actually run the business, define them in one file, and refuse to let anyone redefine churn, the share of customers who cancel, in their own spreadsheet. That costs you a week, not a platform team.
The guide ranks by documented influence. That's a polite way of saying most companies just copy the ones who blog. Isn't this survivorship bias dressed up as research?
Partly, yes, and the author more or less admits it. We study the companies that write things down, and the ones who write are disproportionately the ones who succeeded, but there's signal in the pattern. When Uber, Spotify, and Netflix independently land on the same shape, a self-serve platform, an internal catalog, treating data sets like products with owners, that convergence isn't marketing. That's physics.
Netflix gets name-checked constantly. What did they actually build that's worth stealing versus admiring?
Their data mesh work, and I mean the real definition, decentralized ownership, where the team that produces the data also owns its quality, instead of a central data team playing janitor for everyone. Netflix's move was making that ownership non-optional. If your team ships a dataset, your name's on it. And when it breaks at 2 a.m., it's your pager.
That sounds like a way to make engineers hate you.
It is. Until they realized the central team model made everyone hate each other. The dirty secret is most data quality failures are accountability failures. Nobody owned the pipeline, so nobody fixed it. Spotify's internal platform, they call it a paved road, the supported easy default path, works because ignoring it is harder than using it. That's the trick. You don't mandate good behavior, you make it the lazy option.
Let's talk monetization, since that's supposedly the point. Internal data products don't make money. How do you justify the spend to a CFO in 2026 who's cutting everything?
You reframe it. Internal data products don't earn revenue. They reduce the tax on every decision. Airbnb's own framing. Analysts were spending the majority of their time finding and reconciling data, not analyzing it. Cut that in half, and you've effectively doubled your analytics headcount without hiring. That's a number a CFO understands.
Effectively doubled is the kind of soft math that gets people fired.
Which is why you measure it directly. Time to first query for a new hire. Number of duplicate pipelines you deleted. Tickets to the data team per month. Those are hard numbers. The vendors selling catalogs will quote you a 400% return. Ignore that. It's their slide. Track your own 3 metrics before and after. If they don't move, you built a museum, not a platform.
So what's the one thing a listener should do Monday morning?
Open your dashboards and find 2 that claim to show the same metric with different numbers. There's always a pair. Fix that one definition in one place this week. That's the smallest possible version of everything Airbnb built, and it's the only version that ever earns you the right to build the big one.
That's it. The CDO decision tools are live at mba-training.com.